The opening round of this year's World Rally Championship in Monte Carlo saw Thierry Neuville beating Sébastien Ogier, while Elfyn Evans claimed the final spot on the podium.
This year the conditions were more straightforward than usual. We still faced a lot of difficult wintry conditions, so very easy to make a small mistake and be punished very heavily for it, and therefore I always tend to approach Monte with a small margin, sort of small mistakes. Of course it still means we're driving very quickly, but you just don't take the ultimate last risk. Moderately happy with the result, happy to come away with decent points.
Evans and co-driver Scott Martin followed up third place in Monte with runners-up spot in Sweden. Next up on the calendar is Safari Rally Kenya, which has been moved from last year's June slot to March this season.
And rumour has it that it's rainy season there around the time that we're going to be competing this year, and we've actually had the experience of some stages in heavy rain during our first 2 visits to Kenya, and that's very difficult. It's a very challenging event even without the rain, so looking forward to it. It's always the most extreme event on the calendar in terms of roughness, the challenge for the car, and probably the only one where you really have to think about how hard you push the car without breaking something. So if it's correct the weather will also take a turn, then we're definitely in for a challenging event this year.
This season sees a big change for Toyota's driver lineup. 2023 champion Kalle Rovanperä and Ogier are only doing a part season, so all eyes will be on Evans to lead the team's charge for the driver's title.
I'm the most experienced driver that's left doing a full season. So yeah, I guess many people view me as the sort of horse that everyone's backing to go for the title race. But in all honesty, I've been with the same objective for quite a few years now. And from a personal point of view, my objectives haven't really changed ever since I first joined the team.
Alongside Evans, Japanese driver Takamoto Katsuta will also be driving for Toyota in all 13 rounds of the WRC Championship. Their biggest threat is likely to come from the Hyundais of Thierry Neuville and Oyt Tanak.
Who knows how many drivers will play for the title. We see Taka getting better and better all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him more of a championship threat this year. And we've been now fighting with Thierry and Oyt for quite a few years now, back in the same team. We know the challenge is going to be fierce from them. They're in a good car. We know they're fast drivers, so of course, like always, we've got our work cut out to try and beat them.
Toyota will be aiming for a 5th consecutive manufacturer's title, while 35-year-old Evans will be looking to go one better than the runners-up spot he claimed in last year's Drivers' Championship.
The target is always to take that next step and be champion, but the competition is very high. You've got to have a little bit of luck on your side, and you've got to perform well. So I know that past success doesn't guarantee you anything in the future, and we also know that the other teams, the other drivers, everybody in this championship is moving forward and improving all the time. So obviously we have to do the same to keep up, and no previous wins is any sort of guarantee for future success. So of course we take the positives from those, learn from them, and also try to build on the areas we're weak, and hopefully that formula allows us to win more in 2024.